All right, hey, HadesOmega here. I'm here doing an unboxing. So this is going to be part of my solar garage project for my HadesOmega Moto channel. Okay, so the idea is I'm building a off-grid solar charging system for or solar power system to power my garage. Okay, the original idea was to build a solar charging system to charge my electric bikes. Okay. This one and my Lightbead. Probably more like the Lightbead. The Lightbead's got a much smaller battery. This thing has like a 10 kilowatt hour battery pack, so this thing will chew through a solar charging system like easily. So to say. But anyway, so this is the second component I bought for my project. I haven't gone over my plan, my diagram, but I've been doing a lot of searching. I've been watching a lot of Will Prowse's videos, like literally like a lot, man. Dude is a freaking genius, so shout out to him. But anyway, so I heard about this through him on his YouTube channel, and well, not exactly. He has the 48 volt version, but there's also another company that sells inverter similar to this one. Okay, so this is the Growatt 24 volt inverter system. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what it is, and then we're going to do an unboxing. Okay, so it's a 24 volt inverter, all-in-one inverter is what it is. Okay. It has a solar charger. It has an AC charger in it. Okay. It has a power inverter, 3,000 watt power inverter. So pretty much you can run anything off of this guy. Like mostly any household appliance you can run off of this. Okay. I do know you need at least 2,000 watts to level 1 charge an electric bike. So it should be able to charge my electric bike. Okay, I'm going to go over what features this has from the website. Okay, so it says it's a 5-in-1 unit. Okay, so the reason I wanted to buy this one instead of buying a bunch of components is, yeah, I didn't want to just buy a bunch of components and slap it together. If you think about it, in the end, it's cheaper to just buy something that has everything in it. Okay, the only drawback I see to that is that, yeah, you can't like pick and choose like what exact components you want. Okay, but I felt that the specs of this bad boy is perfect for what I need it for. Okay, like honestly, if I can do 48, the higher voltage, if I can do 48 volts, I would do it. But man, the battery bank would be like really expensive. Okay, anyway. They say this is a 5-in-1 unit, so I bought this from Watts 247. Okay, I think they sell stuff on eBay. Also, they sell MPP inverter units also. Okay, so this is a 5-in-1. It's a grid assist inverter unit. Okay, it's like a 5-in-1 unit. Okay, it's grid assist, or you could call it a hybrid grid tie system or something. Okay, or it's a hybrid off-grid system is what it's called. Okay, so basically what this is it takes power from the sun, from the solar panel, and it charges a battery bank. So you got to have a battery bank with this, and then you can connect it to your grid power. Okay, you can connect your power from a socket in your house. Okay, or you can wire it from the grid and to this unit. Okay. And then it will run off of your battery power, it'll run off of the power stored in your batteries until the gets too low a voltage, and then it'll switch over to the grid. So that's what they call a hybrid off-grid system. Okay, so that looks like the one. I didn't even know anything like this existed. All I knew is there was off-grid and grid tie. Okay, so in a way it's kind of grid tie, but it's not. You're not backfeeding the grid. So what are the benefits of having a hybrid off-grid system? Is that you don't need permits. Okay, you don't have to call the city and say, hey, I need permits to do this and that. It's a separate system. Okay, that they'll never know you have it, sort of, kind of, unless they're going through your neighborhood and looking, at your solar panels and stuff. They'll never know it's hooked up to the grid. Okay, because it's separate from the grid. Okay, but when it needs power, it will draw power from the grid. So that's the kind of power system I wanted to go to, and I think it would be sufficient to power my garage. Okay, my garage isn't like, I'm not in my garage doing stuff all the time. So, but I am charging my bikes all the time. So when there's not enough power, I can draw power from the grid. And get what I need to get done type of thing, okay? So I'm planning to run most of the stuff in my garage with this bad boy, okay? All right, so it's a 5-in-1 unit. These are the five dealies it comes with. It's a 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter, okay? A 2 kilowatt MPPT solar charge controller. It has a UPS function, so that's the it's also called an automatic transfer switch, okay, is what that is. So that's the system where when the battery voltage gets too low, it draws power from the grid. It switches to the grid. And I heard it's pretty fast. It's instantaneous. It has a single 120 volt, 60 hertz split phase and 3-phase capable invert unit, okay? So what that means is you can connect, how many? I don't know, it doesn't say here, but I read it somewhere. You can get 6 of these guys, okay, if you need more power. Okay, if 3,000 watts isn't enough power for you, you can put them in parallel, you know, or you can do what's called split phase, and you can do 240 volts, okay. So you can have one phase is one of the inverters, and then you have another phase that's the second. So you have two 220 volt systems running to make a 240 volt AC circuit, okay? And then, yeah, and I don't know, that's weird. The number 5 and 6 are like the same, okay? so yeah, so those are the 5 things that this guy does. Do I really need it to charge my battery? Not really. That's not really why I bought this. So I'm only using probably 3 of the 5, okay? I really need it for the inverter, the automatic transfer switch, and the solar charger, okay? So this takes care of the work of 3 of the components that I was going to use in my system, okay? Now, it's nice, like, oh yeah, I could have an AC charger for my battery, so that's good. And it has the ability, if I want it to grow, you know, I want to grow my system. If I want to go to 220 volt system, I can just buy another one of these, and then I can have a 220 or 240 volt system, and I can level 2 charge my bike, okay? Or I can run my dryer. So those are the two appliances in my garage that need 220 or 240 volts. Except for like maybe like a welder or something, but I don't have a 240 volt welder, so those are the only things that use 220 volts in here. But I'm trying to get my garage ready for when I buy an EV, okay? I got an electric motorcycle. I'm looking at getting some kind of electrically powered vehicle in the near future. Okay, so let's time to do the unboxing. Sorry, it's got a log, but okay, that's the introduction, and then we're just gonna go unbox this and take a look at it, and then yeah. So oh yeah, sorry I never went over the price. We'll go over it when I open this. Hopefully there'll be like a receipt or something in here, and then we'll go over how much it cost me. It cost me around $700, okay? All right. Okay, here we go. We're doing an unboxing. Here we go. So this came from Watts 247, okay? Let's take a look at the box real quick before we open it. So there's the address label on it. Okay, it says Growatt. I know it says it's upside down, but it says Growatt powering tomorrow. Growatt is a Chinese company, I believe. It says here Wi-Fi and GPRS. I'm not. I know I bought the Wi-Fi module, so they might have put it in here. Okay. Okay, there's some specs on the box here. I'll go over them real quick. I'll just read them off to you. Okay, so here's the specs that are on the box. I'm glad to see this sticker's on it. QC pass, so that means they did check this, okay? It says Growatt here, power, a PV off-grid inverter, okay? This is model name SPF 3000 Tango Lima, Lima Victor Mike 24 Papa, okay? So I think that means it's 3,000 watts and 24 volt battery bank, basically. Solar charger mode. Okay, it's a max PV input is 145 DC, okay? 145 volts DC. MPPT voltage range is 60 volts to 115 volts DC, okay? Yeah, I'm not, but that's the max charge it'll get from your panels, okay? So when you hook your panels up to this, you don't want to exceed 145 watts, or 145 volts, sorry. The number of input strings is 1. Okay. I think that's just like for the solar panels. Max charge current is 80 amps. Okay. So it'll charge. That's the solar charger mode. It can charge your battery at 80 amps. Okay. Pretty good. And then it has an AC charger mode, 120 volts. And it can charge at a max of 60 amps. Okay, so if you really need to charge your battery bank up, if you foresee you need to have some battery power, you know, if there might be like an emergency or something, you can charge the battery up. Okay, and then if the power does go out, you'll have power. In my garage anyway. It's just my garage. Okay, so the battery mode, the battery input is 24 volts DC. Okay, so I went instead of going with the 12 or 48 volt system, I went with the 24 volts. That's one of the ones that you select. Okay, by the model that you buy. Okay, it's set for that. It's too bad you can't just like press a button. This is what I want. You know, type of battery, either lead acid or lithium. Okay, I'm going to be using lithium iron phosphate. Rated power is 3,000 volts or 3,000 volts amps. Or 3,000 watts. Okay, that's volts times amps, by the way. That's just watts. So this will output 3,000 watts. I think, I'm not really sure. We'll have to look in the manual what like the surge watts are and everything. Maybe that's a constant 3,000 watts. All right, so it's pretty powerful. AC input 120 volts. Okay, so that's the grid tie system. You can hook up power from your grid to this guy. Environment altitude 2,000 meters. I guess, I don't know, it's rated for less than 2,000 meters. Okay, that's pretty high up there. I'll put how much feet that is in the subtitle below. Operating temperatures are 0 degrees to 55 Celsius. I think that's pretty much the same for like the battery almost. And the display has a LCD plus LED. Protection class I, or is it I or 1? I'm not sure. Degree of protection IP20. Okay, and it has communications, Wi-Fi, GPRS, optional. Okay, and I did get that option. All right, and then here we got the part number, SKS L00.00035301. Okay, and then there's a serial number right here. Okay, legit. And I think that's it. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else on this bag. Nope, that's it. Okay, let's go open her up. Okay, we're gonna go open her up. Here we go. The Growatt's inverter system. 5-in-1 system. This is the first time I'm gonna put my eyes on it. I've been excited to get this. This is gonna be like the brains of my system, right? The heart of the system is the batteries, right? All right. Ooh, there it is. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. That's for sure. All right. Let's see. There's some stuff over here. Okay, there's a teeny tiny little CD here, a mini CD. There's a manual. Okay, user manual right here. And then it comes with a bag full of cables. It looks like a serial cable right here for computer. There's a kind of a DC cable right here. Okay, and a USB cable. Good old-fashioned USB cable. I haven't seen one of these in a while. All right, let's put those aside. I think that's all. Okay, yeah, there's another box right here. Hold on. All right, there's a box right here. This is the Wi-Fi module. Might as well open it first. Okay, there's a Growatt sticker right here. I'm going to break the seal. Okay, well, that's what's in there. Okay, this is the Wi-Fi unit for this guy. Okay, and you have to buy it separately. I don't know why it doesn't just come inside it. Alright, but there it is. It comes with a teeny tiny little manual and the Wi-Fi unit. Ooh, it's pretty big, man. So there's 2 screws here. I don't know what they're for. Maybe it's to screw it into your unit. Alright, I'm going to take it out of the bag. There it is. Alright, that's the Wi-Fi unit. Serial number and everything. There's a USB dealie right there, and it has something about a key right here, okay? Alright, put that back. And there's the unit itself. Pull it up. Don't break it, Marlon, don't break it. Expensive. So there you go, it's nicely packaged with these foam dealies, and we've got a plastic around it. I will probably keep this in the box until it's time to do it. Alright, or well, I will try to mount it on the wall before. Okay, so there's the whole unit right there. Let's put it on my washer, and then we'll take a closer look at it. Also, I wanted to point out that they had these cardboard, or really hard, strong cardboard corners to protect the sides of the unit. So it definitely came to me like not damaged at all. So very good packaging. Okay, sorry, I didn't get any kind of receipt with it. That's kind of odd. You should always get some kind of a paper receipt, you know, when you think. But I ordered this through the Watts 247 website, and I paid using PayPal. So I'm looking at my PayPal receipt right now. Okay, yeah. So the Wi-Fi module that I showed you earlier, and this guy right here, was $39. Okay, and then this whole unit itself here, it was $689. That total went out to $728, and it was $16 shipping. I chose the cheapest shipping because I'm still waiting for my batteries to come from China. I can't use this yet. Okay, so I chose the cheapest shipping. It was about $16. I think it was FedEx, and it came really fast. When did I pay for this? I paid for this on February 13th, and I got it today on February 17th. So it was it took 4 days for me to get it. So I paid the cheapest shipping too, and it got to me fast. So I'm really happy with that. Thanks, Watts 247. Okay, and tax was $46.23. The whole shebango cost $790.29. Okay, so that's how much I'm out with this unit. All right, so I got the. So I can still kind of tell you how much everything costs so far. I bought the solar panels, like 640 watts worth of solar panels for $200. I cannot find a deal like that anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking. I'm thinking of getting one more set of panels, but we'll see. Yeah, and then so this guy cost $790. So I'm pretty much out of the whole $1,000 already. Okay, so $1,000 into my project so far. Okay, I believe there's a little panel here, and you can open the screws here, and that's where all the terminals and stuff are. I see a bunch of holes that go. You can insert wires into here. Okay, I've turned the brightness all the way up, so everything else looks super bright. Okay, so I haven't looked at the manual yet, so I don't know how all this stuff works. But we'll just kind of go through all the connections on it. There's an on-off switch right here. There's a DC input right here. This is where you plug your batteries in. This is where you plug your solar panels in, PV input. Okay, there's a RS485 port and a BMS port. Okay, I see. So this is designed to work with the Growatt battery systems, okay? Growatt actually sells batteries and stuff. I think you can hook the BMS up to this, okay? And it'll talk to it, type of thing, okay? But if you're gonna do a DIY battery bank like I am, it's not gonna do it. So you just have to do it manually, basically. I think this, probably the RS485 port, is when you're trying to link it up to other units, okay? So you can link a certain amount of these units together, okay? Or it might be this, it could be the serial connection too. There's serial ports right here. Okay, it says parallel connection. So I'd imagine all of this right here is to connect to another unit if you got one, okay? It looks like there's a breaker right here, okay? And then there's a AC input here and an AC output, okay? So AC input would be from the grid, okay? AC output is to an appliance, okay? So this is your inverter output right here. All right, cool. And let's look at the front panel here. Okay, that's what the front panel looks like. It's got a little protective plastic on it. It's brand new. It looks like it got to me in perfect shape. There's nothing wrong with it. That's good. You should always inspect your stuff, you know, to see if it gets to you all right. So there's an AC inverter light here, there's a charge light here, and there's a fault light here. There's an LCD panel right here, and there's an escape, up, down, and enter button. Okay, only 4 buttons. Only 4 buttons to figure it out. So that'll be in the manual. There's a sticker on the side here. It pretty much has the specs that were on the box. Okay. There's the same serial number. There's all these stickers here. Okay. QC, ATE, high pot. Okay. Pass. That's good. That means they're, you know, good QC stuff. You can see there's some vents here. There's a panel cover here. Okay. If you, I guess you get a little screwdriver and take all these screws off. You can take this panel out, and then that's where you make all your connections, okay? And then when you're done making all your connections, you put this back in, and it looks nice and clean, right? Cool. And you'll see that when I hook this guy up, okay? Okay, so there's the top of the unit right here, all right? It's got these kind of screw hooks to hang it on there, okay? So you can probably just get a screw, and then, you know, screw 2 in there, and then you can just hang it on there, hang it on the wall. So that's what I'm planning to do. Okay, there's the back of it. It's all vented on the top here, and then just kind of solid in the center. It looks like, okay. Well, it looks like you would hang, when you mount it to the wall, you would hang it on 2 screws, okay? And then there's 2 more down there, okay? There's 2 kind of feet down there. Okay, there's 2 kind of feet right down there. Okay, that's what you would use to anchor the rest of it. Okay, so this kind of just holds it up for a second, and then you put the one on the bottom down there. Okay, yeah, and that's it. And there's a seal up here. Okay, it says Growatt, do not remove the label, unauthorized. Okay, so I guess that's one of those. It'll void your warranty. It's not on there very straight either, by the way. Okay, okay, so let's go get some dimensions here. I'm sure you can get them in the manual, but I will measure it for you guys on camera right here. Okay, so it is 18 inches tall. Okay, and we're just gonna go with inches. All right, and it's almost 14 inches wide. Okay, and how thick it is? It is 5 inches thick. Okay, so I'll put all those measurements and a thing below, subtitle below. Okay. And then let's go weigh the unit. Alright, we got our friend Mr. Postage Scale here. And here we go. We're going to go check the weight of this one unit here. It's pretty heavy. I'd say 10, 15 pounds, somewhere around that area. Oh, whoa, it's a lot heavier than that, actually. It's 25 pounds. Guys, 10, 15, HadesOmega goes off by quite a bit. I guess I must have some pretty strong guns here. So 25 pounds, basically. 25 pounds on the money. It's 25 pounds and 0.4 ounces. Okay, so I would call this unit 25 pounds. I would say that's pretty good considering it's already got an inverter and a charger and all that good stuff in it. So it's pretty space efficient. That's what I'm going to call it. All that technology and stuff, solar technology in one package right there. Okay, all right. Okay, so that is the unboxing video for my Growatt inverter unit, my all-in-one inverter unit. Like I said, it cost me $790, and I got it from Watts 247, and it came with the Wi-Fi unit. Okay, so I will be doing videos on how the install will be going on with this guy and my system setup when I get to it. Okay, so thanks for watching. Shout out to Will Prowse. Okay, that's how I learned of this. Okay, he actually did a video on the MPP one. Okay, now MPP is another brand that sells all-in-one units like this, but they also Watts 247 sells the MPP brand and the Growatt brand. So you know, you got choices. That's a good thing, and I kind of like the Growatt one better. Okay, so that's why I went with the Growatt. And also, like I said, these are expandable. You can get, I think, up to 6. They said that's a lot of power. You can power like a little town with this kind of power. That's what I want to say. Okay, that's so much power. All right, so thanks for watching my video. HadesOmega out.